Alright, next on the draw functions, let's just go to the circle ones. Pretty self-explanatory, but if you need to draw an arc, and you have 3 points that you know are on the outer edge of that arc, you can tap that function, and point 1, point 2, point 3. It'll draw an arc between those three. I'll go ahead and save that so you can see it. So there's the arc. Just remember that if you have 3 and you know they lie on the exact arc, then it works. Just remember that the first point and the last point are going to be the ends of the arc, and then the second point you make is going to be like the top of the slope of the arc. Next one here is your arc with a radius with 2 points. So same thing, I'll go point 1. Let's see, let me go the opposite direction. Let me go, it goes left to right. So I'm going to go 3 to 1. Cannot draw arc. Radius should be greater than 5 7/8. Okay, that's fine. Let me go open up my right side menu here and say that the radius is going to be 6 feet. And there's my arc that will let these 2 points fall in the same circle as a 6-foot radius circle. So that's what that is all about. Let me change the radius to maybe 20 feet and you'll get the idea. So see how it's still an arc, but it's just basically saying if those 2 points are on the same circle, then that's what the arc would look like on a 20-foot radius circle. So now let me go ahead and tap these 2 points again. Let me change the order, CP1 to CP3, and now the arcs go in the opposite direction. So just play around with that. That's one way you can use that. One other thing you can do is 3 points in a circle. So I can go 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. And now you have 3 points and they all fall on a circle. Okay, and then make actual circle. Now, one thing you might think about is like, well, what happens if I have, for instance, let me get out of this. What happens if I have the center point here? You see how I have CP3 in the center of my, what is that, CP3? CP5? I can't remember. I have CP5 in the center here. What if I say I have a center point here and I need to make an arc, or I need to make a circle around that center point? How do I do that? Well, you have to do a little bit of a workaround. I guess what I would do is I go to point creation and I'll just start creating points, make some layout points here, off this arc. What's your radius? Let's say it's a 2-foot radius. So I'll say, okay, my distance is 2 feet. I'll put 1 east. I'm going to do the same thing. Now I'll put 1 south. So let me delete this. I'm going to go negative 2 feet now. And then, so there we go. So I have 2 points on my circle now. Both of the 2-foot radius. And now I'll do one more. But this time I'll say 0 east. But I'll go, let's say, positive north 2 feet. So now I have 3 points. Let me show you. Now I have 3 points exactly 2 feet from that center point. And now I can go ahead and say circle time. 1, 2, 3, circle. Right, now I have a perfect circle around that. A little bit of a workaround. Would it be nice to have a button that just taps the center point and radius? Yes, but that's how I would do that if you need to make circles on your drawing. Why would you use this? Well, sometimes you don't have arcs perfectly drawn on your drawing, but you can use points and distances to make them yourself. So that now I can go into line layout again. I'll tap this arc, and now my tool is going to be guiding me along that arc. Right, or that circle, even. I don't think it can guide me along circles, so it has to be an arc. Yep, so anyway, that gives you an idea. And just remember that if you are going to use line layout, I guess I'll say this here, if you're going to use line layout won't work with circles. They'll work with arcs, because arcs have a beginning and an end point. Circles don't. So if you wanted to basically draw a circle and have it guide you around the whole circle, make it 2 arcs instead of 1 full circle, and you got it. Would it be nicer to be able to guide you along a circle? Yes, but I guess the software can't do that yet. So I've found all these workarounds, but I hope that helps you for now on how that works.